NOLA.com. Larry Holder, Jeff Duncan here with you at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome as the Saints round off their regular season home finale with a win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Jeff, they came out fast offensively. They came out pretty fast defensively. Probably one of the more inspired performances we've seen all season in a season that at many times was not all that inspiring.
Yeah, I thought it was maybe the most complete game we've seen from them in a while, and certainly the second time in the last 3 games, including going back to that Bucs game, where they kind of had both sides of the ball playing well. And I thought Drew Brees, just another epic performance. You know, we didn't even know if he was going to play, and he comes out and throws for 400 yards, the 13th time in his career, and really just kind of overwhelmed the Jaguars.
Yeah, and look, the game plan, Sean Payton said it didn't change, and it really didn't change all that much. Look, if they got the run game going, they were going to stick with it, and that's what they did with Tim Hightower. And, of course, that took some pressure off Drew Brees. But let's be honest, the story of the game was Drew Brees playing on the foot. He took a couple of hits, but it probably wouldn't have been any different whether his foot was completely healthy or not. But the fact that he was able to stay in there and just he really shredded the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. Probably had one of his best, maybe this might have been his best game of the season, maybe outside of the Giants game.
Yeah, I think the offensive line, we talked to him in the locker room afterwards, Ben Watson, the tight end, they really took it on themselves to protect Brees, and they always do that. They know that's job one for them. But you could tell with their leader on one bad wheel, they were not going to let him take any big hits. And really, I thought for the most part, I think they gave up 1 sack all game. For the most part, protected him very well. But Brees didn't look like he was anything less than 100%. I mean, I'm sure it was painful. He said every once in a while he could feel it, but he was the best player on the field, and we've come to expect that from him.
I think the only time we saw it was after Brees heaved up a ball, and I think Willie Snead came down with it, and they had to run down the field, and they were running out of time, and he was hobbling. And Sean called a timeout. But look, that's because Drew was able to take those shots, even though, and I think that was a big part of this game.
Yeah, and he was limping on the foot in the post-game locker room. I mean, he had a little bit of a, favoring that foot, so it just shows you it's still painful. But, he's the leader of the team, and, he's paid a lot of money, and he wanted to be out there for his teammates, and you could tell they were inspired by their leader playing the way he did today.
And look at some of the other performances the Saints actually got. Delvin Breaux had a great game. Yep. Kenny Vaccaro, 2 sacks and had the interception on a 2-point conversion. You look at Brandon Cooks, another big game, 100 yards. He goes over the 1,000-yard mark. And then Travaris Cadet comes in. C.J. Spiller is inactive, a healthy, even though Sean's talking about the injury playing a part in Spiller being inactive. I don't buy that at all.
Yeah.
A healthy inactive for C.J. Spiller, and Travaris Cadet makes his return back to the team and is involved in the offense and scores a touchdown, 44-yarder.
I know, it was amazing, wasn't it? I mean, it didn't skip a beat. And, of course, Tim Hightower, another great feel-good story along with Delvin Breaux, goes over 100 yards for the first time in 5 years. So really just an all-around, I think, a very impressive performance. That's a decent Jacksonville team that the Saints really kind of dominated today. They have some impressive players on offense. They got some work to do on defense. But the Saints, give them credit, man. They didn't lay down, and they came out and played with a lot of motivation.
If only they could have found motivation 1, 2, 5 more times this season,
I know.
maybe we'd be having a different story. So for Jeff Duncan, I'm Larry Holder. Thanks for joining us at NOLA.com, and check out all of our coverage of all things Saints leading up to the regular season finale. Of course, there's no playoffs, so season finale in Week 17 against the Atlanta Falcons. Once again, Saints win, beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, and look to go 7-9 next week. So thanks for joining us.